This is the Smokin Tex Pro 1500. Wanted to show you it next to this Weber kettle just to help give you a sense of its size. It is quite large, a lot larger than I thought it would be. There we go. Right. So, I didn't actually intend to get this smoker. This was a little out of my price range. I was gonna get the Smokin It, maybe the 3.5 D, but I looked on Facebook Marketplace and there was a guy selling this thing for $1,100, which with shipping and everything, it would probably be something around $2,500. So I jumped on it. It was a 2-hour car drive out to this guy's place, and 2 hours back, but definitely worth it. Let me give you a close-up. Let's see. So you can either go 1400 watts or 700 watts on it. There's the hole for the ventilation. So you've got some locking casters down there. I think only on this side. The other side, not so. And again here, you can see that there. The guy never used it. Didn't even take this cardboard piece off, and that is where I believe the heat sensor is. So very important equipment there. I'll give you a slightly better view of that. But yeah, one of the things I really like about this smoker, see, it's got the I think it's air gap insulation here on the side and on the top. You can see how this slopes down here to the drain. Looks like this is the only part here that has experienced a little bit of rust, maybe, but nothing too bad. Yeah. The guy had it indoors that whole time. So this is all 304 stainless steel, whereas the Smokin It is 201. So it's slightly better. I mean, it's not hugely better, but slightly better. All right, it has 2 of these housings for wood chips or chunks. Can't really be too tall. If I do get chunks, it's about 1.5 inches or so, maybe 2 at the height of this little thing. It's gonna cut off that air and make that wood smolder. Truth be told though, I didn't get this thing primarily to smoke anything in. Maybe you're wondering that. Maybe you've been wondering it the whole video. Why would you, somebody who's so into wood, fire, barbecue, whole wood, why would you be interested in something like this? I am interested to see how it performs making barbecue, but my main interest is in using this as a warming oven or holding oven for things like brisket. So I don't have to clog up the house oven. My wife wants to use it. You know, grease burning inside, making smells, grease getting out of wherever it's supposed to be, out of the aluminum foil into the oven. This is just outside. A lot more room, a lot more precise temperature. Right? You can see here, that the temperatures for this are, you know, 100 to 250. So this thing is really going to do well. I have it set, you know, about 140, 150, where I'll be wanting to hold some briskets or pork butts or whatever else I want to cook. So this thing is going to do that really well. They do have a method for cold smoking that I may have to check out at some point. But yeah, very excited to welcome this Smokin Tex Pro 1500 to the stable. All right, it's raining outside, so I didn't cut any wood chunks, but I'm gonna season this thing up as the manual prescribes with some wood. So I know he has turned it on, the previous owner. You can see the slight discoloration there. Here I have 8 ounces of pellets. I think some of them are falling through here, which isn't particularly the best, but I think that's gonna do it. Okay, there we are. Door is latched. The instructions are to turn this to 215, which isn't a real set 215 here. I think it might be right about there. Alright, and then turn on the 700 watts. And there it is. The smoke coming out of the little stack there. Alright, now that smoke is really rolling. Awesome. A little bit also coming from the door here. But I imagine that after maybe a few cooks, that'll seal itself up. Pretty normal for smokers. Alright, now this thing is really rolling. I wonder if those few pellets that fell down below, wonder if they are causing the great amount of smoke that I see here. Possible. Be that as it may, I don't have any food in there, so I'm just gonna let it roll. Alright, I'll take this stick and I'm gonna make it into wood chunks about 1 inch large. Here we go. There we have it. Occasionally wear gloves, but getting the membrane off usually requires my grip. So I like about these ribs is that they are pretty even in thickness all the way through. Well, this is about 4 pounds in ribs, and I've got about 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Morton kosher, Diamond Crystal kosher salt here. I'm just gonna put a light coating of this and a sprinkling of this. Getting low on pepper. Right here comes the pepper.
and the first real cook I'm doing is biscuits. So let's get some of these biscuits on. Got 16. Preheated the oven. All right. My guess is that the ones right down there above the heating element that's on are going to be done faster than these. But we're about to see. Alright, so definitely hottest right there. Turn it off. Alright, so those two back on this side. Very much, I think they're done, they're just not golden brown. This as well. Come up here, so right on this side, this is also a more brown there. This one a little bit more brown too. On this side, not as much. I do think some people put like a water pan there, and that may help even out the heat some. So, there we go. But even now on this side, this one's more done there. Alright. So, if I don't use a water pan of any kind, I may. Now these ones on top seem to be cooked through pretty well. Even over here on top, that radiant heat coming off there made it a little bit more. It seems like this corner here is a little bit hotter. So overall, I'm pleased. It's good to know your pit and know how things are going to work. So that is good. Alright, I've got my wood pieces up here ready to go. Put some aluminum foil down here in the bottom. Made sure to poke a hole for the drain. Tinted aluminum foil on these housings that I have water here. Hopefully that's going to catch some of that radiant heat and give it a really nice moist atmosphere in here. And the ribs will be right there on this rack. We're going to get it warmed up and then we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to start with this. Already smell that wood smoking up a little bit. Need to do this quick because I don't want it to ignite completely. About 15 or so minutes out. We got some nice smoke coming out. On our temperatures though, it seems to be around 20 degrees from one side to the other, so I'm about to keep track of it, see if I might need to reverse the grate at some point. So just keep an eye on that. Alright, so I decided to kick up to 1400, turn on that other element, and maybe even out those temperatures. We'll see. Things not even up to temp yet, so I feel good about doing it at least for a while. Alright, so it's about an hour out. I don't know if you can see the smoke here as well, but there is still smoke coming out of here. Alright, I'm going to add this to the thing. We're going to do a quick peek, try to be in and out pretty quick. All right, now it's time to wrap the ribs. The thick side is at about 170. Use a little bit of butter. Woo! Hot. Alright. We'll close this back up. Wrapping. Show you where we are there. Alright. We'll turn them upside down. Already laid out some butter and there. Alright, need to pull my probes here. Alright, pour a little more of this. Alright. Alright. I think we got it there. Back in it goes. Alright. Alright. Ooh. Here we are, moment of truth. Ooh, blast of heat. Oh, leaking a little bit. Okay. Close this up. There we go. Pull that out. That out. There. Okay. Smelling really good anyway. Alright. Alright, some pullback a little bit on the bones, not super much. I think I'm going to cut this little one off here for a try. That's going to stay there. I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to sauce the top here with Sweet Baby Ray's. Okay. Okay. See if we can get that to thicken up a little bit. Alright, that there. Open this back up. Put this back in. Just a little bit longer. Alright. Now, I know I haven't let this thing rest. It's probably pretty hot. Let's give it a try. Yeah, the smoke flavor isn't super pronounced. It's there, but when I eat it, it's not like I taste a whole lot of smokiness. It tastes good. I think with that sauce on top, it's gonna be very good. But yeah, so. Alright, and there is the finished product. Take it inside. I'm gonna cut these bad boys up and eat them tonight for dinner. I think they're gonna be good, even if they are not the best. They're still gonna be super tasty. I'm super excited to eat these ribs. Just to give my thoughts again, I think that this Smokin Tex smoker has a lighter smoke flavor, despite, you know, how much wood I put into it. You know, you could put more, would it create dirty smoke? But I think that just overall, that's the way electric smokers work. It's not what I'm going to be primarily using it for. I'm going to hold briskets and do other things, maybe some cold smoking. But, you know, a lot of people like a lighter smoke profile. That's partly why pellet smokers are so popular. So, you know, I don't think that that should dissuade you. My wife really liked the ribs, likes not having super smoky flavor like I do. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. One last little thought for you. So I hope you enjoy some good barbecue. Please like and subscribe. And as always, go get your smoke on, y'all.